HKO Live, the man with the mantle. On air with HKO Live. Welcome to Nana's Dilemma with Nana Ehuntuhun.
Welcome to Nana's Dilemma with Nana Ehuntuhun. Nana, Yankwe.
Yeah, I first of all want to ask listeners this question: that what will make a man to forget that he went to market circle with, or by using his own car, but got to market circle and forgot that he went to market circle with a car, left the car behind, take a taxi, and then on the way got to know that, oh, I've left my car behind, but cannot even remember where he parked the car. And it's a situation that is very dicey. This guy has been with his wife for the past 3 years, and fortunately for the lady, got this nursing appointment overseas, for which the man has to look or cough for an amount of £3,000 to finance the lady to go to Britain.
Okay.
Not knowing that the connection that he was doing was rather not the lady is his wife, Neiro.
Mm-hmm.
But the connection he was doing for the lady and the fiancé.
No, he was doing it for the wife, both
the wife
and the
fiancé.
Okay.
No, did he know that the wife?
No, he doesn't know.
So don't say that.
Say,
because he did it for the wife.
no, listen. You have to just listen.
Okay, we are listening, please, Nana, go on.
He got there. He went. The lady is now in Britain, and then the man was just shopping at Market Circle. Got a call from the lady, and as they were talking, the lady said, "Okay, sorry. At this very moment, I think I have to let you know that we cannot be together anymore. And I'm very sorry. I will try as much as possible to gather the £3,000 that you paid for me to come, so that I'll send that money to you. But in a situation whereby you find anyone, and I'm praying that if you can get somebody who is more beautiful, hardworking, and then as words can describe, than me, I'm very sorry." Then hang up. So this man who has just done with shopping even forgot that he sent a car to Market Circle. The shopping that he even made, he doesn't even remember where he put that shopping. He left the whole thing at the taxi rank of where he was going to pick a car. He went and picked a taxi. On his way to the taxi to come home, when they got to after the cemetery, Kosimtim Cemetery, then he realized and he saw that he was having a car key. He said, so it means I went to town with a car. Then what is happening? Driver, listen to what he said. Driver, but your major car, why? Then the driver also asked, now, major car, how? Upon this thing, then the guy has to just alight. And somebody who was having money with walked from that place to Market Circle and does not even remember where he parked the car.
So he got out of the taxi and walked.
That he wanted to even take a taxi, but he forgot that he have to take a taxi. Go to Market Circle and doesn't know where he even parked the car. So it took him about almost 10 minutes to 15 minutes before he realized that, no, I parked my car at this position. So the guy is now in a confused state and need an assistant, which means that he needs good advice from us, and then how to handle the issue, because it is three things that has come into their mind: to take off or to take his life, or make sure that there's something they call it atasi atasi, give it to the lady, or I mean, do anything that will even end his life either in jail or wherever. So he's now in a confused state and needs our advice. So which makes like listeners and my colleagues can locally give an advice so that this guy knows what is best and what he's supposed to do.
Goodness.
It's sad. Was for someone to even forget that he drove to the market. I think the shock was massive. It was extreme. It hit the wrong part of it. But what I would say is like it's sad though. But you should remember one thing: that life goes on. No matter what happens in life. So far as he has life and he's breathing, life goes on. Abaye the bottle she'll be bomba and a karma is real. Whatever the lady might have done to him, definitely she'll get someone to pay her back. So I think he has to put himself together. Like it's sad. For a full-grown man to forget that he drove to Market Circle and then bought a taxi on his way before. So you could imagine the shock and the pain that a person he's really going through. I mean, what I can tell him is it's painful though. £300. Anna.
3,000 pounds.
Jesus Christ, £3,000. It's a huge sum of money.
At that period, the pounds and the dollar was galloping.
So you can imagine a lot has gone into it because he did this for thinking of the family. At least if the lady goes whatever she.
But you know the funny thing? The lady was pregnant when the lady was leaving. But the lady also called the man and said, "Oh, sorry, I've got a miscarriage."
Oh. Was the stomach shooting up before, or it was just, oh, I've taken his seed?
According to the man, he said the lady was pregnant. So with the reports that they filed, you have to do some medical listing. It was there that the lady was pregnant.
Wow.
And now she said that she's had a miscarriage, so the pregnancy is gone.
So
Were they having kids before he left, or that's
their first seed.
So now it means the man is.
So they have nothing. Wow.
This is very crucial.
The man is the young man is listening to us. What is your view or your intake, and what will you advise him to do?
Yes.
It's a really, really challenging situation that has come up. He needs to really sit back and reorganize himself, because it's really going to drain him. It's really drain him and put him in a state. Firstly, he needs to get some counseling, than psychological counseling. No, the psychologist will need to bring him back to a state. Now, the psychologist is not only for people who are mentally challenged. Statistics show that almost all of us, in one way or the other, of form, we're having challenges mentally, and then that person will be able to guide him back into a very better state. And then he needs to go through that and reorganize himself before taking any decision, because from the state, the shock, and then the expressions that he's gone through, it's really gone very far. So he will need time to get himself back into himself
His normal
again.
self.
So our advice is quickly seek some counseling and get some psychiatrist to bring him out of that state back into his normal self, and then get to move on with life. The £3,000 is just it'd be about 66 or 70,000 cedis,
Hey, it's
possibly.
money.
But I believe life is worth more than that
Sure.
amount.
Well, that one, yeah.
So he needs to tell himself, yes, this money is lost, but I still have life. I can make it back again. And then determine to do better. The only way you can show forth or express yourself that you are back is not for you to go rather down from the situations, the state that they put you by this lady, but to do better than you were before.
Mm.
And that is the most important thing I would need him to get into. Seek psychological advice and then get yourself building back. But it's really, really challenging. It has happened before. On one of the occasions at the church, there was this gentleman who went to church, proposed to a lady in a similar situation, spoke to the lady, and the statement the lady told this man, the guy forgot he came to church with a car. He was walking out of the premises, and the security guys told him, "Master, where is your car?" Before he remembered that he came to even the church with a car.
Words.
So the words that are spoken to, they are really, really powerful. Words can either create or unmake you. So he needs to now start speaking to himself also, and then positive ways to get himself back. But it's really challenging. Yeah.
But has he, please, quick one, has he informed the lady's family about it?
Oh yes.
Are they
So
aware?
far as yes, answer and if you to boy, work as a to boy born and so, which means that the lady families, they are aware because information has reached them, and none of them has even called to talk to the guy about the issue.
So it's something they are aware of right from the beginning. So they knew about the plans the lady was taking.
Yeah,
which is very bad.
So we leave the rest to listeners.
At least they could have pretend Campo.
Anyway,
the rest of the listeners to also
they are not in the business of pretending.
To also
No, like you console the person.
All right.
with their
Console the
advice.
person.
Okay.
Assist
Our time is
To the
fast.
various networks or the social media networks that we're having. I mean, listeners should also assist so that this guy is in dire need of our support, our prayers, and what we will do for him to come back as a normal human being, because it's very difficult. I mean, fighting, selling some of your properties to just let a woman go outside the country, thinking that you come back and take you or something like that, and after all say we are sorry. Now the Albertine say, boy, or then and I'm small connection the buying is a person that's not knowing that's a fiancé. It's something that is happening. We have a lot of stories that are coming on that angle. Perhaps next week there will be another story. So we thank listeners and we want them to give us, or also give us their opinion and their thoughts over it.
All right. Thank you very much, Nana, Miss Philo, and Innocent. This brings us to the end of Nana's Dilemma for this week. Nana's Dilemma will come your way again next week.
Nana's Dilemma.